Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beautiful face that is in front of you, I'm Mags. It's great to be acquainted with you. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about the season of isolation, being selfish with your energy, and just going where you're celebrated. So with that being said and done, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you guys have any suggestions of anything you want to talk about or hear, leave them down below and I will be sure to get to them. And yeah, let's get into this episode, girls. It's a goodie. Now this is the thing, this is a tea. I didn't like my makeup at the end of the video, but I'm not gonna scrap a whole video because I don't know if you noticed, I'm not very consistent. It takes a whole day to film a video, okay? And then a week to edit it. Not because I can't finish it in a day, but because I'm lazy and I have a job. Now, it's also not as sunny as it was when I woke up 4 or 5 hours ago. So, do what you will with that information. If you hear a lawnmower or a weed whacker type sound, please understand my dog is sitting right here snoring like he works 6 jobs and they got 8 kids. Everybody in this house got sleep apnea. It's just something that we deal with. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. So for this episode, I wanted to talk about isolation, selfishness, and just some things that I had one idea about at one point and completely have a different ideology with now. My eyebrows are done, my face is moisturized. I used the CEO Glow Sunday Riley turmeric and vitamin C oil with my Burt's Bees night cream. Is it nighttime? No. Do I give a fuck? No. I really like this combination. That works for me, with just moisturizing my face all day, especially if I'm about to go put on some makeup. For eyes, I'm gonna go in with my a little Morphe palette. Now, it's supposed to have 9 shades. Does it? Not anymore. It has 6. I don't know where, I don't know where these 3 shades went, but that's above me now. Getting into the topic of the day. I told you guys in the last episode that, this year has been quite a doozy. I want to say over the last 14 months, it's been quite a doozy for the few friendships that I had left. It really is what it is. It's nothing to, it's definitely something to cry about. I'm not gonna lie, because the way these bitches did me was crazy. When I learned boundaries, I refused to tolerate bullshit. And I noticed that was something that I tolerated quite a bit in my life, is people just treating me as a convenience and treating me well when it suit them and when they could get something out of me. And as soon as they couldn't, or as soon as I became intolerable to them, I was kicked to the curb or replaced or talked down to. And when I recall the things that was said in response to me being like, what the fuck is going on with our friendship? The things that were said in response were, to be quite frank, disgusting. I want to say at that point, I was pushed into a season of isolation to teach me that I needed to love and look forward to my own company. And a lot of people who were people pleasers or who have always had a lot of people around them, need a season of isolation. They need a season to themselves, especially every couple of years. I want to say every 2 to 3 years, you need to relearn yourself. You need to learn your new hobbies. What do you genuinely like doing when no one else is around? What are your favorite snacks? What are your thoughts on X, Y, and Z? What do you want to contribute to the world? And those were thoughts that I wasn't able to have with a bunch of these fuck-ass people around me. It's really up to you and the universe how much time you need to spend isolated. If you get it, then you get it, and you get out quick, and you're able to interact with society the way that you deem fit again. And if you're not getting it, it could be a long process. Me personally, I wasn't getting it. I'm still, and as much as I'm physically more so isolated, I know I'm not emotionally or spiritually isolated, because I do have friends who are on the same who are on the same vibration. They're just not even on that, not even like that, but they're just on the same mental path that I am. We're able to feed into one another the way that you would want anybody to. Yeah, no one wants to be around, people really shouldn't want to be around people that are just yes men. That if you say the sky is purple, they just say yes because they don't want to argue or they just want to be so similar to you. I like people that are different, but also attuned to me. I hope that makes sense, y'all. It took my season of isolation to truly come to terms with the fact that quantity really is not quality. That I could have two of the dopest friends that truly understand me on a emotional, spiritual way than a bunch of people around me that say they're my friends, that enjoy when I'm cracking jokes and when we're out having a fun time drinking, smoking, whatever the case may be. That's not, I don't really think that's friendship. I think the level of friendship and the quality of friendship is truly important. After taking a really, really hard look at myself, I looked at the people around me. Why do I behave the same way? Because I'm a very big person I replicate the environment that I'm in. If I'm in a really low vibrational space, I've noticed that I'm real low vibrational. I have an attitude. I'm bitching. I'm moaning. I'm doing all of that. I'm not who I genuinely feel like I'm supposed to be. Like, you know when you're not feeling yourself. And then I've noticed when I'm around certain people that my energy is just so much better. And when I looked at the friendships that I had lost in this season, I noticed that I wasn't genuinely myself. I wasn't authentically me fully in those relationships. And it allowed me to be at peace with decisions that were made by either people, whether they let me go or I let them go. I would hope that they're looking at me the same way, because I would hate to be the person that I talk about. Like, I would hate to be a person that doesn't add to society or to the people around them. But what I was really trying to say is I like people that feed me physically, always, but emotionally, psychologically, physically, just in those ways also, which happily segues me into the next topic, which is being selfish. Be selfish with yourself, babes. I learned very quickly at the end of those relationships, all of them, not singularly. When I got done with the very last one of those heifers, I realized that they didn't bring anything to the table. They didn't bring the silverware. They didn't bring the appetizers. They didn't bring the main course. They didn't bring shit to the goddamn table. I was the table, bitch. I brought the goddamn home. I paid the rent. I paid the mortgage. Like I said in the first video, these bitches had no substance. Because be young, go out, party, have fun, smoke your weed, drink your drinks. Like, that is 100% good and dandy. You best believe that at least one of the goddamn weekends coming up, I'm going to be out and about and outside, like, period, because that's what we do when we're 22, 21, 23, 24, 25. Like, we go and we have fun. Like, that's a part of life. But if that's all you're doing, if that's all that you bring is that, I'll be happy not talking to you again. These hoes will drain you for everything that you got. You will be out here looking like you swam and you've been swimming in the South Pacific Ocean for 5 to 10 years. You will look like a goddamn prune. For example, a friendship that ended out of selfishness, honestly. One of the friends that I had in college, let's call her Helga, was dating another really, really good friend that I had, Sam. Me and Sam were really, really good. And honestly, if she had never met Helga, we'd probably still be really, really good friends. But you got to be wary of the company that you keep. Sam was one of those people that honestly helped make me into a better person towards the end of the last 2 years of college. She helped me get my studying right. She spent time with me while I did my homework. She helped me do my homework. She was a go-to friend of mine.
Future me here, just to summarize this part. I was talking in so much more detail than was necessary. Basically, me and Sam had a very productive and positive friendship. We go on walks, we set goals, we talk about our aspirations, just anything that you can possibly think of that you do with your best friends. That's what we would do. And Helga didn't like it because honestly, Helga was jealous. That's not my assumption. That's what I was told by Sam. And that's what her actions proved. And I mean, like, I understand she wasn't able to do those positive and productive things. She hadn't done them prior, so I'm not super surprised. But Sam was not the same after that relationship. She became very negative and very manipulative, and just she became more and more like Helga. They were one and the same. So you're just going to be wary of the company that you keep. And me personally, I'll always be thankful for the version of Sam that I knew, because she did help make me a great person. So yes, back to the video.
But my stance is, when people see your energy that you bring to the table, they get very, if they're not able to control that energy on your end, they're going to use the people around you. I hope that made sense. Anyway, to summarize this video, literally go where you're loved. Go where you're celebrated. Go where you're looked for. Go where your successes are clapped for and your downfalls are comforted. Go where your energy thrives. Go where you thrive, please. Stay out of these dark ass holes and these dead end friendships for shits and giggles. Do not be afraid to be selfish. Do not be afraid to do what is best for you and yours. If you lead by love and you genuinely go out here trying to just do the best that you can, you will win. It may not come right away. It may not be tangible right away, but you will win. Okay? I can remember multiple times where I was sharing a space. I was literally living with my two best friends, and nobody looked for me. I was at my lowest of lows. Nobody cared. Nobody checked. Nobody. If I was not giving them what they wanted, I served no purpose. I was not useful. And at the same time that was happening, and I was down in the dumps that these people did not care, I had another person across town that didn't even go to the same school as me, fighting tooth and nail to get on our campus that she wasn't even allowed to be on, to make sure I was okay. Like, be very observant of how people behave, not only when you're at the top of the world, but when you're in the bottom too. Like, I will forever be indebted to those people that genuinely have always showed me that they love me. Shout out to you, Bella. I love you, babes. But yeah, that is my episode for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one, which is hopefully in a timely fashion. You know me, I'm not consistent, but love, besos. See you guys next time.